Happy Thursday, everybody. We've gotten back to it again. We're here. We're doing it. We'll see if we have enough people, but we're gonna try. We're hopeful. We are one person. I'm saying we, but there's just one of me. I don't know why I'm saying we. I'm just used to saying we, so I think that that's really where it comes from. But the fact of the matter is, it's just I. Caitlin is off on vacation. Went to a spa, which is very nice, and is enjoying herself quite a bit. So that's great. Glad to hear that. And is eating whatever she wants to eat. It's Vacaitlin. Caitlin. If you want to be on the show, meet.anotherwastedhour.com. I will put it here, meet.anotherwastedhour.com. I should make this one of those triggers, but you can join us there. That is where the show is happening. I have created a logo where Caitlin's face usually would be, so that is my partner for today. My partner is just a logo. I know that there's two logos right now. The logo up above, which is right there, and then the logo down there. But you know what? In a pinch, there's only so many things that I can do to make this work out well. So we've got a couple people in already. That's very exciting. Let's get people in and in order. So Mordecai, right? Mordecai here first. Is that right? Spectacle XX. I think it's been so long that I almost don't even remember people's nicknames. Emily is here. And second. Trey is here, but has not... Oh, it says Turd. Goes with Turd. So Trey, third. We got our first three folks in. So 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point as expected. Welcome. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday. This is a good question, Patrick. You said third first. Trey said turd. I think I see what he was going for. I don't know in terms of rules how that works. If it has to be exactly the word turd or not. Or third in this case. So yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like he knew what he was doing. I don't know. Maybe we may have to do a Wheel of Fate early on. But Patrick is here. What do you all think? Do you think third and turd being silly with that is silly? Does that count, or should it not count? Oh, hey, Mordecai got his first ever. That's fantastic. So that I think that's a big moment. Ian is here. Patrick is here. This is good. Halfway to what we need. Craig is here. 6 strong, and we just need 10. We don't have a theme this week. Just so you know, we will be doing some other things. We'll do our face-offs. Maybe we'll do the face-offs all like night long. That might be a thing that we do. Our matchups. Since we don't have a theme, that it won't be as hard to do the scoring. Granted, I'm doing the scoring, so you could also say that makes it difficult as well. So it's hard to say. But no theme. So you don't have to worry about pen and paper. Do not worry about having to try and figure out if there's something that links everything together, because there isn't going to be anything. So you're safe. You just answer one question at a time. You are good to go. Craig is here. Let's see. Oh, Melissa also snuck in. I didn't see Melissa. So that is 7. Can we come up with the theme as you go? Sure. Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. I don't see that that's a problem. Let's see. Melissa says Mordecai assumes only got first because there was no kitten poop to clean up. That's a good guess. I have a feeling. Poops have been so much better. Oh, thank goodness. You couldn't have lived an entire life like that. I think you would have had to have given up cats at some point as that went along. I'm just saying. That was going to get pretty ridiculous pretty quick. Emily wants to know why Trey's rides are so late. Well, they're only late here in the United States on the East Coast. On the West Coast, they're not that late. And I would assume in like Australia, they're in the middle of the day. Right? I don't know time. I don't know how time works. It's very confusing. It's basically magic. And the time slots Zwift let us have. You have to sign up for time slots? I don't even understand that. Why is that a thing? Can't people just ride simultaneously in groups? Like, is there traffic? Is that a thing? That seems weird. All right, so let's see. We've got 7 people. Still need 3 more. We've got about 10 minutes left that we'll wait for people to see how it's going. Trey is leaving a little early, so depending how that goes, we could really use an extra person. I'd hate to go down to 9 people for basically an hour and a half of the show. But let's see. Emily says, I'm with you, Keith. That's why I got Peloton. You got a Peloton? You're fancy. I'm thinking about getting a bike. That's how fancy I am. I saw a news report where Soul Cycle, which is one of those, what do they call the spin classes, right? Where they have the bikes, the stationary bikes, everybody's in spin class together, and they've got music going and stuff like that to try and help prevent, coronavirus and be able to have classes. They moved all of their equipment outside to do the class. Which if you're on a stationary bike outside, you're dangerously close to just riding a bike. At that point, I think somebody had a comment that was like, these people are dangerously close to a revelation where they're just gonna be like, oh, we could all just ride bikes outside and then we don't have to pay money. This is amazing. All right, Nico is here. Nico, welcome. You have a friend that's going to join? That's pretty great. I can free ride whenever, but these are organized group rides that are scheduled with ride leaders. All right. But it's interesting that you have to schedule rides around Zwift. Like, I understand if there's like, they were like, hey, when's everybody available? And people were like 6:30. And so you went with that. It's just interesting that Zwift had to like come in on that as well. That feels like a strange piece to the puzzle that I wouldn't have expected. That's all I'm saying. I thought that maybe they would just be like, use it whenever you want to come on. If 1,000 of you all want to use it, that's your time period right then when the 1,000 people show up. Not like, oh, I've got 6:15 if that's available to you. So I didn't know you needed reservations. Emily got some flowers from Nico. That was very thoughtful of you, Nico. I'm kind of excited and happy that we got to spend our last day with Rigby. That was pretty cool. I was very sad that Rigby, for those that don't know, Emily's dog Rigby passed, and that was like Friday morning, if I'm not mistaken, right? So Thursday night when Rigby was playing trivia with us, we got to all hang out with Rigby on his last night, and I thought that was really kind of special that we got to be a part of that. That was pretty neat. So, pretty happy about that. But in a couple of groups on Facebook for Peloton, and sometimes we get together and ride at the same ride at the same time. Well, Peloton also does like classes, right? I assume those are scheduled at some point. But yeah, that is all right. I posted again, if you'd like to be on the show. You don't have to be on the show. There's no requirement to be on the stream. You can just chat along with us if you want. But if you want to join us, meet.anotherwastedhour.com is the place that you can be a part of it. Hey, Mook has joined us. Nico, is this your friend? Mook 101. I don't think I took that class in college, but yes, I would learn me some Mook if I took the 101 course of Mook. You can do live classes or on-demand classes, or so you can ride whenever. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, so the live classes are scheduled, but then you can start them whenever you want as an on-demand class. So that's pretty cool. They recently added meetups outside the event system, but they're a pain to organize and limited in the number of people who can take part. 50 max, where we usually have 300 in the events. 300 other people that you are that you're riding with. That's a lot of people. I can't imagine if there was a chat along with it. There's just a lot of people going in the chat. That's what it would seem like. But I'm just saying. Oh, okay, Emily, that's your... Maybe I read that wrong. For some reason, I thought Nico said that a friend was coming. Emily, yes, you said. Okay, cool. Excellent. Emily's got a friend. She has not told us all of these things before. We know so little. She's apparently very popular. She knows a lot of math. There's so much to learn about Emily. Layers and layers. We need just one more person. We've got 4 minutes left. We'll see if this happens. I'm torn, I'll be honest. I'm a little torn because if another person shows up, I have to do all of the scoring and everything all myself, which is gonna be so much work. But I do get to hang out with all of you. So it's going to be stressful and crazy on one hand, and then on the other hand, lots of cool people. And I don't know why you're on my hand. Why are you there? Why? That makes no sense. Peloton is a webcam feature that you can video call other people, but I haven't because I'm usually dying. Right. Who wants to have a video call while you're exercising? That sounds terrible. Maybe while I'm eating, but that sounds like it's not great either. Maybe just trivia. We stick with trivia. Trivia works really well for video calls, I think, for the grand scheme of things. So we'll just stick with trivia. That's way better. Does anybody else do different classes and stuff online for exercise? I found that there was a Nike app that's free. It was supposed to be paid, and then they opened it up. And it's called Nike Training Club. And it's supposed to have a bunch of really good content on it, but I'm also lazy, so I haven't done it yet. But it's free, so it seems like that would be good. I eventually have to figure out how it is that people do exercise and then feel good afterwards. Whatever that thing is, I need to learn that, because right now what happens is that I do exercise and feel terrible afterwards and wish that I hadn't done exercise. So that's the only thing I do is go, God, that was terrible. I wish I had been instead eating Chipotle, which makes me happy. So if I can get whatever that gene is, get some type of gene therapy that injects me with the thing where when you run, you feel awesome, then I'm in. That seems like the way to go. But right now I don't have that thing. I'm not very competitive either, which makes it more difficult. I played Ultimate Frisbee for a while. That was pretty good, but it's because I was hanging out with people and playing a game. That I think I can do. I can do that. I can get together with people and do a thing. Go play Frisbee golf or go do something, and that's great. But if instead I just have to watch myself in a mirror do an exercise, it's so bad. Mook bought a Peloton, although the LBS would fly off. Thought the pounds would fly off. Turns out you have to get on the bike. Yeah, you do. That's the thing. We need a thing that you just keep in your house and you get lighter. That would be fantastic. I feel like I'm better at dieting than I am at the exercise bit. I can just not eat for a while. And that works. That's not so bad. All right, let's take a look at our rundown. We've got Mordecai, Emily, Trey, Patrick, Ian, Craig, Melissa, Nico, and Mook 101. Is there anybody here that I have not shouted out? Is there someone waiting in the wings that I am not aware of? Somebody who is stalking the show, but not sure if they want to participate, because this is now the time to speak up. And second Ian. No, that's not going to count. Second Ian is not a person. Especially not when we know that Trey is already going to be leaving us in 15 minutes. So is there anyone else? Your silent twin. Ursula was going to come. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. We may have to wait until next week to have Ursula come join us. We don't want an evil twin, Ian. That is not a good idea. You but eviler, I think, is just a terrible combination. You as is evil enough. I feel like that's just, we don't want to go worse with that. So I think that is it. Unfortunately, 9 people this evening. 9 people, not enough for a show, but I understand. We've got no Caitlin. Who really wants to come see 2 hours of me doing anything? That's not going to be fun. But we were very close. Next time, perhaps, everybody. 999, correct, Trey. Not enough. I am sorry, but maybe in the future we will we'll figure out something. I hear that you can do Jackbox with 8 people, so maybe that's a thing that we'll do in the future. Less preparation, less involvement, something like that. If we're only going to have fewer people, that might be something that we do with our time. All right, so that's it, everybody. That is the whole thing. We don't do a winner. Ian, when now that we do it once a week, there are no points given to folks. There is no winner. Nobody gets selected. Whoever won last time has to wait 1 more week in order to find out who they're going to send the next prize to. So yeah, that is it, everybody. Yes, the reigning champion, still Melissa. Nobody else has stolen the title from her. So that is it, everybody. Let me do the rundown, everyone. We're doing this at 6:30 every Thursday. Come join us. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We are on Facebook. If we switch things up and, for instance, have a backup plan, that might only be on Twitch. Just so everybody's aware. That way people can be involved in different ways and things like that. We've got some other trivia maybe we'll do or something if we have less than 10 people. We're working on that. Or Jackbox, like we said, some people can be involved in that. But that is for another week and may just be on Twitch. If you want the latest updates on everything, make sure to don't forget, you'll follow, subscribe on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, but you'll also want to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It is Another Wasted Hour on Instagram and Facebook, A Wasted Hour on Twitter, to keep in sync with all the things we're doing. And we have our secret group, Another Wasted Group, on Facebook, where we talk about the show and how we can improve it and get 10 people here. But that is it. So let's see what else. Oh, podcast. There's a podcast called Another Wasted Hour. It hasn't started up again yet, but hopefully soon. Maybe we'll do it at the turn of the year, just to start off again, once things get a little more normal. But we're not sure. That's still up in the air. But there's like 140 episodes that are already done. They're already in the books. You can open up our archive and listen to all of them. And that is Another Wasted Hour, available anywhere podcasts are available. Just search for Another Wasted Hour. You've got an hour and a half right now that you were thinking of hanging out with us. Go check out an episode of Another Wasted Hour, the podcast. Take a listen to it. If you like it, subscribe, and give us a review and some stars if the platform allows for it. We would appreciate it. So that's it. That's all we've got. You're still at work. You should leave the office, but you can listen to our podcast in the car. So just something to think about. Yeah, just so you know. Is the Twitch info on Facebook? Probably. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just Another Wasted Hour on all of those things. They search for Another Wasted Hour anywhere. And yeah, that's it. So until Thursday at 6 o'clock next week, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. If you don't know how to do that, you obviously are not being dominated by the virus. Good for you, not being dominated by a virus. That's I'm proud of you in some weird fashion. You'll go into the history books as the generation of non-dominated by a virus folks. Just like the people in 1918 who weren't dominated by that virus. Good for you. I'm proud of you for just doing random shit. Then also, by the way, I want to shout out to all the people who have been essential workers through all of this. Thank you for doing what you do and keeping the world going round while all of us were slackers and stayed home. So that is very cool of you. So I think that's all the things I've got. I've got no other interesting things to say. So thanks for hanging out with us for 20 minutes. Unfortunately, no show this time. But next week, 6:30 on Thursday, Caitlin will be back, and we'll see you then. All right. Good night, everybody.